All right, agents, let's dive right into this explainer, which is basically your tactical briefing for maximizing your efficiency during the Reanimated global event. But real quick, before we get boots on the ground, I just have to say a massive thank you. The Division Dispatch community literally just hit 182 subscribers. I mean, that is just awesome. Thank you all so much for the incredible support and for being such a dedicated group. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so we can keep delivering these high-value tactical briefings straight to your feed. Okay, today we are looking at the absolute fastest way to farm event stars and XP right now. Let's get into the intel.
Here is our mission overview for today. First up, the Stack Everything philosophy. Then, Phase 1, World Setup. Phase 2, Activity Selection. Phase 3, the Loop. And finally, Loadouts and Tactical Mornings.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the Stack Everything philosophy, to really maximize those event gains.
So, we really have to ask this crucial question. How exactly do you farm event stars, SHD levels, and XP all at the same time? Usually it feels like we're forced to choose, right? Do you grind global event currency or do you farm pure XP? It kind of feels like you always have to sacrifice one to get the other. But here's the thing. During the Reanimated global event, if you play it smart, you absolutely don't have to choose. We are going to completely eliminate that compromise today.
Basically, this farm is the ultimate multitasking strategy. We are talking about eliminating slow missions and wasted time entirely. The Stack Everything philosophy is this super aggressive open-world approach where literally every single activity you complete serves a triple purpose. You're stacking event stars, you're stacking SHD levels, and you're stacking massive amounts of XP all at the exact same time. Think about it. Long corridors, elevator rides, waiting for that scripted mission dialogue to finish, those are the absolute enemies of your XP per minute. We're cutting all of that out for pure continuous action.
Moving right along to Phase 1, World Setup. This is where we dial in your difficulty and directives.
Look at this comparison because it perfectly illustrates our golden rule for this entire setup. Speed always beats difficulty. Always. I know a slow, agonizing heroic run might feel super rewarding when a boss finally drops that loot, but your completion rate per hour absolutely tanks, and it pulls your overall gains right down with it. On the flip side, a fast, challenging run maximizes your completions, giving you massive scaling gains over time. You want to be burning through activities, not getting bogged down in these drawn-out 10-minute firefights.
Now, what makes this setup really sing is how specific directives dramatically boost your XP multiplier without actually killing your clear speed. So your optimal setup is to put your world on heroic. Actually, scratch that. Only do heroic if you can completely blitz through it. If it feels like a slog at all, drop your difficulty to challenging immediately to keep that completion speed high. Once you've got that dialed in, stack 4 to 5 directives for the biggest XP multipliers. The secret sauce here is picking non-disruptive directives. Things like Fog of War and No Region. They just don't get in the way of this specific playstyle, so you get all the bonus XP without the friction.
All right, Phase 2, Activity Selection and Open World Target Acquisition.
Identifying your exact targets is what makes this whole loop work, because obviously not all activities are created equal. Skip the main missions. Seriously, ignore them. You want to stick strictly to fast open-world activities. Number 1 priority, public executions. The enemy waves are incredibly short, providing just outstanding XP per minute. Your secondary targets are territory controls. These have highly predictable spawns, they're incredibly fast to wipe out, and they're super easy to chain together. And finally, your third option is propaganda broadcasts. They have multiple enemy waves and solid XP, which makes them a really great fallback when no executions or territory controls are nearby. So, where are we deploying? You are heading specifically to Downtown East and West Potomac Park. Why? Because these zones offer the absolute highest activity density on the entire map. By staying strictly in these packed areas, you ensure you always have a priority target within just a short sprinting distance. Remember, minimal travel time means minimal downtime, and that is absolutely crucial to making the Stack Everything philosophy work.
Let's push into Phase 3, the Loop, and talk about continuous aggressive movement.
This is where your world setup and target acquisition perfectly align on the ground. This loop requires an aggressive, continuous sprint where you are just bouncing from activity to activity on foot, keeping your downtime to absolute zero. Step 1, you clear that high-priority public execution. Step 2, you immediately push to a nearby territory control. Step 3, hit a propaganda broadcast. And Step 4, pay attention because this is huge. Run to the next nearby cluster without fast traveling. The less time you spend staring at a loading screen, the more XP you are actively banking. Keep your boots on the ground and just keep pushing. All of these combined factors scaled your gains so incredibly hard, it literally makes this the single most efficient use of your time during the Reanimated event. Think about it. The activities reset quickly, so there are no long cooldowns. Reanimated gas clouds punish enemies trying to revive as long as you land those headshots. Every single completion is getting massive XP multipliers from your directives, and sticking to downtown East or West Potomac keeps your travel time near zero. It's a complete S-tier strategy.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 5, Loadouts and Tactical Warnings. Let's brief you on the tactical gear you need. You want to build strictly focused on high single-target damage to blitz through those public executions while landing consistent headshots to permanently clear enemies and stop those revives. The faster you clear, the faster you move. Now here's an absolutely massive build tip. Equip a rifle with the Determined or Perfect Determined talent. It's basically a cheat code for this event. Chaining Perfect Determined completely bypasses the need to manually aim for the head after the first proc. That guaranteed headshot damage on your follow-up body shots is exactly what's going to give you those blazing fast clear speeds.
But listen up, because here is your tactical warning, and it's a big one. Watch out for those reanimated gas clouds. You seriously do not want to fail your highest priority activity just because a rogue gas cloud wiped out your VIPs. When you pop a headshot during this event, that toxic green gas cloud erupts. If that happens too close to the civilian hostages you're trying to save at a public execution, the gas is going to rapidly damage and potentially kill them, instantly failing the activity. So please, maintain spatial awareness. Draw the enemies away from the center of the execution before you pull the trigger, or you are definitely going to lose that bounty.
We'll wrap up this explainer with this final tactical thought from us here at the Division Dispatch. The agents earning the most event stars aren't running the hardest content, they are running the most content. Prioritize your volume of completions over the difficulty if you really want to dominate this event. Stay mobile, chain those activities together, and cut that downtime to zero. Farm smart, agents. Now I gotta ask, are you going to be sweating it out on heroic or dropping to challenging for the ultimate speedrun? Let me know down in the comments and I'll catch you all in the next briefing.